Looking to take your business to the next level? You need more than just attention. You need results. Hayden's Advertisements creates ads that get people to notice and remember. From commercials to product ads and campaigns that make an impact, Hayden's Advertisements delivers high-quality advertising for any business, focused on clear, creative, and effective ads. Hayden's Advertisements helps businesses stand out and get noticed. Hayden's Advertisements, ads that work, results you'll see. Get started today.
Are you looking to deck out your new ride, update Old Faithful, or just show off those sponsors that keep us going? Check out Maddox Designs on Facebook for your decal needs. Whether you're needing a new name number set for your race car or just needing some decals for your business, they will be able to help.
Down 42 on the 46.
Now we move over to MagnaFuel Elite Top Sportsman presented by Par Racing Engines. Stacy Hall, left side of the racetrack. Dwayne Silence on the right. Silence out of Jacksonville, North Carolina. The 68 Camaro for Silence Service Center is going to dial in at a 397 and try to run down Stacy Hall, split window Corvette. Stacy out of Chesney, South Carolina, and an all Fulton powered final round here. 417, the dial in for Stacy Hall. Silence 397. Stage light comes on for Silence. Here's Stacy Hall. Here we go, Tyler.
Dwayne Silence slam missed it. And Stacy Hall will take home the Elite Top Sportsman win here in Maryland. 419.8 on the 417 dial-in. And Dwayne Silence must have seen a squirrel or something. Uncharacteristically late. Puts it dead on the 397 dial. But Stacy Hall will take the win back to Chesney, South Carolina.
What's up, fellas?
How you doing?
How's it going?
How are you?
Lizard?
It's going. It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hey, So Tom is taking the week off. I think there's some behind the scenes things going on at the Tom Thompson Racing Shop. So
Oh, okay.
he ain't letting the cat out the bag. So we'll have to just wait and see how that plays out Saturday. But
Me and Hank get to split his salary for this show.
you do.
Okay.
The check will be in the mail.
All right.
Appreciate
Just
you
like that
guys.
other one, Dad.
That's right.
Just like that other check.
Yeah, it ain't showed up yet either. So
It's still bouncing up the road. So
Yeah. They must be coming by horse and buggy.
that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Appreciate y'all sitting in for sure.
Yes, sir.
We got a good show tonight. I think that's those videos pretty cool. That I thank Miss Jana Hype for the videos there at Greer. And then obviously we got a little help there with Miss Brooke giving us Stacy's final round, and then I don't know who got us Jessica's, but that was pretty cool too. So
Yeah. Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to go to the racetrack tonight. After watching that right there, I mean, I'm jacked up. I'm ready.
oh yeah,
Let's go.
oh yeah, that was exciting.
We'll go to the show tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's roll.
Hank, talk to us about Greer's results from Saturday.
All right. Right Saturday, our pro winner was Chris Todd in the dragster. Our no box winner is our host right there, Chad Dotson, delivered, turned on the win light. And sportsman, it was Corey Dickerson and Dustin Kennedy. I don't know which one of them won. I do know they came together, they parked together, they raced each other in the final, and then they left together. So
I got you.
I really don't know. I apologize. I don't know which one of them turned the win light on, but I know
So there wasn't no fight or anything after the race or nothing.
Nah, they were buddies all the way. So
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
The junior dragster winner was Stephen Skelton. I'd seen them there before. I don't think they're regulars, but they might turn into being regulars here before it's over with. But then the 530 class, that was pretty awesome. Is a guy named Taylor Quinn. It was a Mustang turbo. I'm sure it was an LS car,
Yep.
but he drove it. He drove it in and then raced it and then drove. I seen him drive it home, and I was told that when he left the racetrack, he went up to Tipsy Taco, had supper, and then went home, drove it home. No problem.
Hey, I like it. I like it.
Yep. So congratulations to Taylor and everybody. Like I said, Chris Todd and Chad and Stephen had a good show this past Saturday at Greer.
Now, wasn't Dallas and Alden both runner-ups?
Yes, sir.
Saturday.
Yep.
That's
Dallas
pretty
was
cool.
runner-up in pro, and Alden was runner-up in junior dragster. So they had a good picture, family picture there in the winner's circle of the cars side by side. It looked good.
That's cool for Father's Day weekend. That's pretty neat. So
Absolutely, that's right.
Yeah, and one other thing I'll add, the Skelton, maybe just I'm thinking they're maybe up from around the Bristol area, but I actually ran. If it's the same boy that drives the junior, he was driving a little S10 truck, or maybe his brother or family member or somebody. Anyway, I had to run them at 4. So I mean, both entries getting down to the later rounds there. I mean, win and juniors, and if it's the same driver, then a semifinal.
I could be wrong. I'm thinking that they were Commerce people.
Are they Commerce? Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm not positive, so I could be way wrong, but I'm thinking that they're from that area. But you may be correct on your,
Well, chances are I'm not, but yeah.
I don't know which one. I don't know which one of them was. If the kid was driving both of them or what. But I do remember one time down there in the lanes, and they was fixing to run juniors, and they said, "Hey, you told Joe, I got to go run the junior, and then we'll come back." And
right.
The lane. So so they were. I don't know which one was driving, but I do know that they came together. So yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I got confirmation.
Yeah,
I got
Lee.
confirmation. Well, Lee saying it. I got also some confirmation via text that they are commerce people. So
My
yeah.
apologies.
No, that's cool. They come some.
yeah.
I don't know how much, but they're somewhat regular. They don't have a points number.
That's the second or third time I've seen them at Greer, as far as I know.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But
the run, talking about runner up, the Clopper guy, Chris Clopper, he runner up with that station wagon. He's one of the 864 list cars that came and run the 530 class. So yeah.
Okay.
Now, as the twin guy, is he not a list car as well?
He's not a list car.
So he's not the same guy that was like number one on the list like a couple of years ago, finished number one on the season.
Is that Brandon?
That was Brandon. Brandon Quinn.
Yeah.
That's his brother.
Oh, there's two different ones. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes. So, yeah.
Cool. I'm just giving out partial information. I really need to do more research before I start talking.
He could probably run 864 list cars, but I mean, most of them run for pride, just to say they're number one. I mean,
right.
You know, when the money shows up, you know, different cars will show up. So I assume that's probably what that was all about.
Right.
So yeah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna hit the worst shows results, but so in box at worst shows, Randy Sims got the win.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I mean, Randy really hadn't raced raced in a long time.
What was he driving?
I believe it's his truck.
Okay. I thought he might have been in that yellow rail.
No. But I mean, I was looking here, and Justin Coker runnered up, which Cody Oxner was a semifinalist, but I believe that's an all final truck. You know, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
You know, but it's going back to Randy. He hasn't really raced a ton over the years. He sort of just supported the kids and all, and just, you know, been more of a spectator. And I think that was neat to see him to win it. You know, and
I know. Talking with him, I like talking with Randy. I mean, he's gonna give you some philosophy on stuff, but I know at one time he was telling me he wanted to have a S10 that ran 799. He didn't want to have to worry about a crossover box. He was just, you know, leaving first every time. No, 799. He says I dare any of them fast cars try to drive me on top end. So, you know, he's got his philosophy sound like it paid off for him. So
yeah, Jamie's saying here he still has the dragster. He won in it in 07 was the last win he had. So that's cool. Yeah, just
that's
to see.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad he still got it.
Yeah, for sure. In no box.
5 dead 5 in the final. So there you go.
Oh, so he's 10 total.
There you go. 799 with a 5, 005 on the tree.
There you go.
So no box. I know Tom always calls him Mr. Excitement, but he looks like he had a pretty good day. Alan Roberts wins in no box. He also wins in sportsman. But that's in the yellow Toyota truck, correct?
Tonka truck.
Yeah, that's the Tonka truck.
Okay, so he won. Billy Tucker's a runner-up. You got Josh Carroll and Mike Kaiser as semifinalists. In sportsman, like I said, Mr. Excitement picks up the win in sportsman. Jeff Taylor, a long-time racer, tough as they come. Still, I mean, he runnered up. You got Dustin Carroll and Ralph DeLoach, two names that fills the stat sheet up a lot themselves. Semifinalists. In junior, Travis Pace picks up the win, and Carson Brazier runnered up. You got Christian Brazier and Colton Dodgen were semifinalists. So those names are always mixing it up down there as well, and other places too. But so that's
Yeah,
good to see that.
That Colton Dodson name's starting to appear a pretty good bit here lately.
I'll say,
Yeah.
I'll say the youngest one won his first. I think it was his first or second race out this year, and then so I guess Big Brother had to take charge and show him who was boss. But I talked to Cody at Union a couple weeks ago, and he said that Colton's really drove well and made a lot of rounds. Just so that's showing, paying off there for sure. But Chad, what do you have on our local out of town racing we had?
If I was gonna say one more thing, depending on what vehicle Jeff Taylor was driving, I mean, he could have been in his S10 truck or the little HHR thing or whatever. But if he's in his truck, it could have been another all truck final. So don't show up to work with a car. You got to show up in the truck. So
that's right. That's right. That's right.
But no, yeah, as we saw in the clips there, Jessica Spears, she was down deep, down to 5 cars, I believe, in foot brake at Bristol at the DER Series race. Lost at 5 on a very tough run, but then turned around, came back and won in Sportsman in the same car. So a good showing for her and on the day in both classes. And then PDRA. So see that Jeff was in his truck. So you had to have an all truck final.
Right.
That shows. Maryland, Budds Creek, Maryland was the host for the PDRA series, and Stacy Hall, which we're gonna have him on the show. He won the Magna Fuel Elite Top Sportsman. That's the faster class, so was able to qualify and get in there, and then went all the way to the finals to beat Dwayne Silence. That Silence name's always a. They're from the East Coast, North Carolina. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Are they pig farmers or?
Yep.
Or
they are Jacksonville. Yep, that's right.
But I heard them say on the video there, it's all Fulton finals. That's good. Good.
I love hearing Tyler say that. Did he say something about a squirrel? Singing of squirrels.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I was gonna say somebody else had a bad light on Saturday. I don't know who, but I was gonna ask him maybe he saw a squirrel or something. I don't know.
Oh,
anybody know?
I think you know.
And I was bumping it to get that.
So you're saying you and Dwayne could have had a pretty good lineup. You think?
I might have to go into pig farming.
Smoking pork chops, looking at squirrels.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was terrible. I'll be honest with you. I was terrible. And the car was deadly, but yeah.
No, I said, no, I would. Let me. I will say this. I was listening there. The same guy was 000 red, dead 0 in the dash. So he was only less than a thou away from laying down a perfect run in the dash. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was 00008, dead 0 in the dash.
Yeah.
You're all over them triple 0 reds, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what happened to me at the week before, I believe it was. And then when I went to Rockingham, I was 00004. I've been 00006, 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the Dasher Cash was nasty at Greer Saturday. I know Gary Adams goes out there. He's like 12 package, whatever the little 10,000th number is. Turtle comes around, comes back. He's 12 thou package, a little bit better on the 10,000th side. And then, let's say Hank was less than thou away from a perfect run and winning it. And I think even Tom Fatrabbit, I think he was like 00 and under like a thou, or like I say, there was several very close runs. So
that's cool. Do you have anybody else?
I'm sorry. Will Dotson up at Mooresville. Him and Parker went up there for the weekend. They finally dodged having to run Fred on Sunday, and we were able to make it to the finals. And I think Cody Christie beat him in the finals of top eliminator. So made the trip a while. So
yeah, that was a good show.
I understand they had a long day between rain. I think they had rain, and then they had to dry the track, and then because it was late Sunday. It was kind of late Sunday night, I think, when they finished the second race.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe.
Yep. Did y'all have any other results, Chad, for our out of towners? I think that was kind of it, wasn't it?
That's all that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Shady side didn't have anything, and then whatever Union was going to have, they canceled. So,
Okay.
I was gonna say the forecast wasn't very favorable for the weekend. So I mean, kudos to the track that's able to get everything in. So
Right. I got you. I know Tom's posted on the Facebook page and Chad's little promo there about the information at the 10K that our show's doing. I'll just try to be quick with it. Again, just to reiterate, the quick 16, the second. Okay, well here's Hayden gonna bring it up for us. In the quick 16, the final, which is the second qualifying run, the last qualifying run, the best reaction time of that lap, that qualifying session, the door car and dragster best reaction time. There'll be $100 to both of those drivers, courtesy of our show, and John Boy stepped in, John Boy's Restorations, and helped us out there. So that'll be $100 to each of those drivers, a door car and the dragster, and then your junior. I know Tom had told me earlier today he didn't have a ton of stickers left, so junior drivers don't miss out on extra cash. But that'll be if you had a sticker on before first round of this Saturday's race, a 10K, and you happen to win, we're giving $50 to that winner. And then there's 4 more points races left. Again, if you have the sticker on before the race starts, it'll be $25 to the winner of obviously the last 4 points races. So just something we're trying to help do. We did the burnout contest last 10K and just doing a little something different this go round. But hopefully you guys will step in and want to be involved with that. And there's your flyer to the race. I know he had opened up, or Alicia had opened up the no box, the bad 16 pre-entry. I believe I'm assuming it's filled on that end of it, but it's going to be a hot one, but definitely be come out there and grab a hold of that money.
yeah. Hey, let's not forget. Last time we kind of failed to mention it at the bottom of the flyer is, Fulton Competitions putting up $250 for low ET in door cars, and Par Racing Engines putting up $250 for low ET in dragsters, dragster class. So yeah, $250. That's pretty good for low ET.
So somebody can let go good and run fast and put $350 in their pocket, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Right.
Because the last one we set the track record on the drag, with the Josh, that's pretty neat. So definitely thanks to Fulton and Scott and the boys at Par.
Yeah.
But you want
It'd be nice if we could get maybe one of our guests tonight could show up over and be low qualifier, and he could turn around and give that $250 back to his boss man.
Well, see, I was thinking you beat me too, and I was going to check him a little bit when we do bring him on, give him a little hard time.
Yeah, we get him.
Well, if we don't have anything else, let's bring Jessica in and talk to her about her weekend at Bristol. What's up?
Hi.
Hey,
Or
Jessica.
I thought
you?
y'all were talking about me with low qualifier. I mean,
Well,
that wagon's pretty quick.
that's right.
I was going to tell Hank if he would stay with his back tires, we may have a shot.
Hey, before we go any further, Jessica, woo!
Woo!
I like
There's a
it.
story behind that. There's a story behind that. We'll get into it later.
Okay.
Thursday
Before
Night
she,
Thunder. We got a
before
lot
she
of
goes off
history.
the show, we'll talk about it.
I got you.
Yeah.
I just think Jessica can win dry hop wheelie contest if nothing else for sure.
Oh yeah, probably one of one, but that counts.
Yeah.
I would love to sit in there when you do dry hop at one time. And I'll get out. I'll get out.
Last year when they did that Women's Day at the track, I brought my wagon, and it's a bunch of women that don't know anything about racing for the most part or whatever. So we piled that thing full. Like I was driving, there was a girl in the front, Karen Thomas was in the back, and another girl I didn't know. So there's 4 people in there, and I did a dry hop and left the start line with that, and they were all like, "Well, that was pretty fun." I'm like, I could just go around just doing this, like just do a dry hop. I'm like, all right, get out, let's do another one. Like,
There you go. Yeah.
I guess.
Pay me. Yeah.
All right, Chad.
I noticed you was in Cody's wagon up at Bristol. Does it do a wheelie dry hop like yours?
It doesn't. So they're pretty similar, except for his has got a glide in it, where mine's got the 3-speed.
Okay.
So his is quicker ET, and it's real smooth leaving. It does a little bit of a wheelie when you leave, but not anything in the dry hop. And it's just smooth down through there. So mine's a little bit more fun, the dry hop and like the initial leave, but his is a little bit more fun after that. And then especially the quarter mile, that was fun because that was the first time we'd run it in the quarter mile. I'd run my Firebird before in it years ago, but that wagon, it was just like driving down the interstate. Basically, it was just smooth and quiet. And after the first shift, you're just riding along.
Now that was going to be one of my questions. I went to Bristol for their DR race. I thought the sportsman class was quarter mile, so you got to leg it out the whole way, huh?
Yep. So that was honestly because I used to double. Cody's always run sportsman and always run foot brake. And then me, obviously growing up at Greer, I only ran foot brake. So years ago when I first started running up there, I would run my Firebird in foot brake and sportsman just because there's so much time in between rounds at DER. They were running like 8 classes. Now they're up to like 9 classes on a Saturday. So it takes a lot of time. So it kind of kept you in the rhythm. But I haven't done that in a few years, except for occasional races. Like this weekend was supposed to be Wally weekend. So they were supposed to run for a Wally on Sunday. So I was like, well, we'll double on Saturday and then double on Sunday and whatever. Because if you do get down to the late rounds, it was pretty crazy at the end. Like I posted on Facebook, my last 5 runs of the evening, they started, I want to say it was like 10:30. It was like from 10:30 to like 12:11 a.m. Like it was like all within like an hour and a half, you made 5 passes. So basically I was just trying to remember to like dial 8th mile time and 8th mile and dial quarter mile time and quarter mile. But at least it helped to get, you got an 8th mile hit every time in quarter mile. So you kind of had a little bit better idea of what to dial. But his wagon honestly was pretty much flawless. It's been really great this year up there. So that's helped a lot.
What is your quarter mile ET, if you don't mind? I mean, do they have an ET as well?
Yeah, it went 1160s at 116.
Okay.
So, and it goes through the 8th mile. It was like high 740s at like 93. So after basically, like I said, it's got the power glide in it. So you shift like right before 330, and then it just slowly builds back up on the RPMs. And it goes through the quarter mile right at $6,000. The only pass I made full throttle was the first run that I made. But yeah, it just turned 6,000 RPMs at the finish line. So that was pretty nice.
Nice.
We don't turn our stuff much. We like for longevity.
Right.
Well, usually between you and Cody, you're by about 580, 590 feet on the track. You're already out of it anyway. So don't
Really not. Only because I don't know usually what my car is going to run. Like it's weird. I'm like, my wagon's a little iffy sometimes.
Oh.
How long have you been racing, Jessica?
Oh gosh. So I started in TCR when I was 13, and
That's
I'll
what I
be
thought.
33 this August. So 20
You didn't
years
have to tell
almost.
your age. Yeah.
Math.
I,
We're a whole
I,
bunch of math nerds.
I've known Jessica a long time. Me and her used to work together on Thursday nights. She ran the computer and I ran my mouth. And
Y'all both
but
are
yeah,
good at what you did.
she was my co-worker on Thursday nights for a long time, and then she went to college and got her a real job, and then she moves away. Somebody named Cody comes and steals her. And then she moves to Tennessee. So, but anyway, I was lucky enough to get to work with her. I worked with her mama for a while, and then I worked with Jessica for a while. So we had a good time. That's where the woo come in. We would do that to each other on Saturdays. That's our little thing. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
So we had good times on Thursday nights. Now she's seen a lot of that stuff on Thursdays that I still get to see.
So maybe
Thursday
she
night
should have
Sunday.
wooed.
She was a Buick person. I don't know. Have you turned into a Chevrolet person now?
Well,
Or,
I'm pretty much like I guess like a
driving?
user, whatever car is available, like
Hybrid.
Yeah,
You're a hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
not, no shame.
So
That's
maybe
right.
you should have wooed for him on that when he was late.
I
She
wasn't
was at the
around. I
wrong.
wasn't
She was
there
at
for
the
that.
wrong racetrack.
I know, but
Come to
we should
Greer.
have had like FaceTime set up where she could have like
Yeah,
pumped you
every
up.
round
Yeah,
used to be
Yeah.
a
yeah,
thing. Yeah, I
yeah.
wooed for him when he showed up at Bristol at the spring fling.
That's
That
right.
was when you had your new car, and I didn't recognize you in that one yet. And I said, that's Hank, because I was taking pictures for him. So
Yeah, Cody didn't either because you had to argue with Cody. He's like, "That's not him." And he's like,
yeah,
Jessica's
I was
like,
like,
"Yeah,
yeah,
that
it
is
is.
him." So yeah, so I was doing good up there. So I guess the wolves are working up there.
Yeah. Hey, Bristol,
Yeah,
I mean, it's like I said on the DER races where it is a lot of classes that can get a little, me and another local were kind of talking, it gets a little overwhelming. Like you think like there's a lot of downtime and you kind of, it's hard to get in a rhythm and you kind of think like, oh, it's hot and I'm ready to go, ready to start running again. But we're really lucky. We're lucky to be so close to such a great facility and places that, a lot of people travel a lot of time to get to there. And then of course we love coming back home to Greer and being close to a facility there that, it's efficient, the track's good, you don't have to worry about anything like that. So we're really lucky to, that's the two places we race at the most. So we're pretty spoiled.
you have a full time job. You also drag race, and don't you work for WDRA?
I have too many jobs.
What? Hank, you stole because I was like, I wrote down some stuff. I was like, I think she writes for several of the media outlets.
Yeah.
Like you said, WDRA. She handles the Facebook page at the racetrack. Works a full
I
time
forgot
job.
about that.
Race. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Yeah. I sleep like, it sounds like I should sleep like 2 hours a day, but yeah, I work full time in healthcare. And then I actually first started writing some articles and stuff for Drag Champ back in, I want to say 2021, 2020, something like that, if it's been that long. And then so slowly over time, obviously I raced the foot brake challenge for a lot of years. Then Jared Pennington, Steve kind of found out that I could ride a little bit and they had me start writing their results articles. And then over the next few years, I started taking pictures for them, which turned into taking pictures for the fling. I got to work the OG million in St. Louis one year. Then doing a couple bracket finals and the world finals for WDRA. So this year I've kind of condensed it a little bit, but I'm working, I think it's 6 events because 3 foot brake challenges, 2 flings, and the WDRA World Finals. I'm hoping to be actually racing at the Galat bracket finals. So I told them that, in between, if I take some pictures or something, I don't mind to do that, but I won't be posting anything until after the event. So I do those 6 events. Drag Illustrated asked me to contribute at least an article to every issue of theirs this year. So I've been doing that. Then Greer's Facebook page. So yeah, it's a lot.
But I'll be honest with you, everything I've seen that you do, it's always first class. I mean, and like your articles, and not just because you're on the show, but when I read it, I feel like I'm there. Like it's a racer's perspective, and it just makes it easy. I think hats off to you to what you do for the sport. I mean, and 33, I think you said, or B33. I think it's just cool that that you're doing what you do.
Thank
Y'all
you.
jump in there, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I've even told her. I mean, maybe this won't go out too far. I know we're trying to grow the show, but the one outlet she used to write for, I mean, I can tell a difference when she wrote the articles versus the other person. So I've always enjoyed Jessica's articles and writing and stuff. So
Same way with her picture taking. Her pictures are
Oh yeah.
spot on. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like she
Yeah, I mean,
captures like the perfect thing. It's like
Oh yeah.
my favorite, one of my favorite pictures a couple of years ago. I think I might have got down to the semifinals at the WFC, and Jess just taking some pictures, and my kids was all be lined up along the fence there, and they're all. She had some pictures of them, like they're like pumping their fists. I was like, obviously I won that round, and then the round that I lost, they're all like looking like God, I can't believe.
man, Dad.
Yeah, he caught the picture, and I like it. I love it.
I love reaction pictures. Yeah, like if you can be in the right spot, it's hard, because you got two cars and you're like, which family do you focus on? But I love a good reaction picture, good or bad, because it's kind of like I've got them too, where there's videos of me leaving the start line going red, and Dad like throws his hat down, like like you're kind of like, it's neat to see the people that are supporting you. That's kind of why I started taking pictures, was just because. And I'm still no professional by any stretch, but I was like, a lot of people that do it full time or do it a lot, we all have stacks of photos of our cars leaving the starting line or a burnout or something, which are cool. We love our cars. I love cars, but it's really, really the people in them and the people behind them, around them. Like that's really what to me matters the most. So I like being able, having the opportunity to show that and kind of focus on that. And I think it's good to have both. Like you need someone that's going to be there taking pictures of the cars, but you need someone there that's going to be more focused on the people. I mean, I still like taking cool pictures of cars too, and like trying to find a different place that maybe people don't usually take it from. But yeah, I like to focus on the people, and I appreciate the feedback. I put a lot of hard work into it, and I get a lot of my perfectionism from Dad. So it kind of, I'm glad it comes out the way that I want it to.
Speaking of your dad, who you'd rather beat, your husband or your dad?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, we all make some good runs against each other. What was that?
I said I know they both watching, so be careful.
Yeah, we all make some pretty good runs against each other. I think Cody, we kind of have this running joke that like I beat him if we run early in the race when it kind of doesn't really matter as much, I guess, per se. I usually beat him, but if we run like semifinals, finals, like he usually beats me. So like that's kind of disappointing because you're like, you really want to get that win. But there's been a couple of times he's been like in a points chase and we end up running each other, and there's no give me's in our camp. So, and that's, for me, against me, whatever. Like all of us are, we don't care what's on the line. Like you got to earn it. So those are always fun. But I have a pretty good luck on Father's Day weekend, it seems like. So I was glad to get that win for Dad in Bristol. 2 years ago, I had to run Dad in the finals a long time ago at Greer Father's Day weekend too. So it seems to be a pretty good weekend for us. So that's always fun.
Is your dad is he the one that got you started in the drag racing?
Yeah. So actually, I don't think his dad raced much, always fooled with cars and stuff, but Dad started going to the track when he was like 16-ish. And then so obviously he raced all the time when I was a kid. Mom used to race some. And then her dad got into it a little bit too, for a short stint. But and honestly, I was probably like 8, I guess, 8 or 9, which that was before I hit my growth spurt, so I was like a really tiny little thing. We actually had like Shane and Kip's old junior, like dad bought it from
Oh, that's
them.
right. Yeah.
And we made like a blast down their driveway, and I was like scared to pieces, like, nope, don't want to do anything with this. So me and Cassandra, neither one of us ever made a pass on the racetrack in it, and they got rid of it or whatever. But then by the time I was 13 and the teen class and everything was there, and it was kind of, a different environment, full-size car, you've got a co-pilot. I was more interested in racing by then, couldn't wait to get in it actually. So then we started there, and it's been, pedal to the metal ever since.
That's right. Yeah.
That's cool.
You talk about the Thursday night stuff. I mean, I was going to throw Cassandra's name in there. This had to either be before Jessica started working or sometime. But anyway, they used to have the Thursday night gamblers race. And I still remember there was 3 weeks in a row. Jessica beat me. I come back the following week. Cassandra's driving. Cassandra beats me. I go back the third week, and Jessica's back, and she beats me again. So I was like, I need the hits girl.
Like jumping on you, wasn't they?
There's a lot of beginner's luck back then.
Shoot.
Yeah, Casey still, she does a bunch, obviously on a little bit of the other side of the motorsports thing, with the gasser stuff and the pinup stuff, and obviously her art and all that. So it's kind of cool that we've all stayed involved in the sport, in some way. It's
Right.
pretty much everybody in it. Mom still will. I guarantee Mom will yell louder than anybody on the property if any of us turn on a wind light. Like there's no doubt. So we're all pretty.
That's true, because like I said, on Thursday nights when we'd had a gamblers race, Jessica, I mean Tina, she was jumping out of her chair and hollering. You think, man, did they just won $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000? They just won a round. But she's probably their number one supporter. And she took being a spectator very seriously.
She hates pictures, but she would be the perfect reaction photo. Absolutely. She would be like meme material, probably.
That's right. She is a good
Nikita says that your mom's been the best cheerleader.
And obviously, especially for us, but anybody that she'd cheer for Nikita and Chelta just like us, for sure. Like she'd be, she just gets so animated. It's great. It's fun to watch.
Where can everybody find your work, your writing? You still do your blogs and stuff as well?
Oh, well, since I've got 18,000 different hobbies, the blog has really taken it's been stale for a while. I need to find some time to contribute to it, but mainly just following me on Facebook, my personal page. Sometimes I still post like an album if I just go out to a track and shoot some photos and just do something that I want to do. I'll post it on my Too Tall Racing page, but and then of course just following mainly the events that I work, like the spring bracket races. You can follow WRA, follow the World Foot Brake Challenge, and then Greer Dragway Facebook page. And if anybody's got any fun things or ideas or something they'd like to see, that Mike and Alicia wouldn't kill me for to put on the internet, like send me some pictures or send me some ideas, and we'll see if we can get it going.
So Paul's got a fun fact about you. You said you were the first one to call Sandy when they won the Top Sportsman World Championship.
I bet that was Mom, the cheerleader.
Oh, okay, I'm with you. Yeah, sorry. That's cool.
I'd say she was probably glued to Motor Mania.
I got you. Well,
yeah, gotta give a shout out to the Mosleys too. I mean, I know Nikita chimed in, but really the Norrises and the Mosleys, like really tight family, growing up.
You got any sponsors you'd like to plug?
I was gonna say.
So Cody and I are actually both sponsored by RC Comp, which Cody sells RC components, wheels. Nikki Thompson, advanced product design, ABD carburetor, flawless on the mountain at Bristol, which if you have raced there at all, that's very hard to do because the altitude and just, like I said, the long time in between rounds. So they're great. We use Pro Lube oil treatment in our cars. And then Cody's actually got Molly Motorsport pistons in his truck now that help us out. So I think that's everybody.
Well,
of course, Spears Motorsport, Tix Fabrication. The guys keep me running.
yes.
I run my mouth, and they keep the race cars running. So
you better plug your dad.
yeah. Hicks Fab for sure, but he doesn't need any more work in the garage right now. So just he does a great job.
He does for a lot of years. Jessica, we appreciate you. We again thank you for all that you do, not just behind the wheel, but everything you do. And you and Cody both are big in our sport. We appreciate what you do and for coming on tonight, talking about your win and just what you do for racing itself. So
that's right. Yeah.
Appreciate you coming on.
We love to see you at Greer. We always love to see you when you show up at Greer. And Cody. Bring him when you come.
Yeah, bring Cody when you come.
Yeah. It's always good to come back home. Yeah.
That's right.
But now the humidity's a little rough, so we like to run back up the mountain.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah. Thank y'all. Glad I finally won one. So I, got an invite. So.
That's right. Well, hopefully we'll see you Saturday over at the racetrack. So.
All right. See y'all.
We appreciate your time.
No problem. Bye.
See ya. That was good.
For sure. Yeah,
she's a busy young lady. I'm telling you, she's very busy.
She is. Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, I know y'all knew, and I was like, man, I don't know how many people know what all she does do, But
yeah. I think talking about Tina, the couple of years I announced there, I'd have to work with Tina. So the reaction stuff would have been great because if they won, there was the excitement, and if they lost, it was like, oh, what are you doing? I mean, there was the other side of it too. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. She's very entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Well, y'all want to bring Stacy on?
Let's bring the man on. He probably went to bed.
Yeah, look at him.
Look, he done turned the lights out.
Yeah.
I'm outside.
You on the porch?
It's dark. It's dark, Hank.
Yeah, it's outside. Past your bedtime. Past your bedtime.
I got 3 more hours.
You're right.
I got 3 more hours.
I know you.
He sleeps in late to make up for staying up late.
Right there, true. Gets up about 10:30 every day.
Hey, listen, I just want to thank you for coming on because I heard that Wes Buck called and you turned him down to be on our show, and they put somebody on. He got somebody we never heard of, some Tutterow guy. Took your place to get the Wes Buck show. So we just want to thank you.
Okay, then.
Accepting our show.
I hear you.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
I understand that's your first win in elite top sportsman, correct?
Yes, sir. First time I ever qualified for elite.
Oh wow!
Wow. Yeah. Do you feel more pressure, or just being when you qualify? Do you feel like, hey, I gotta show my stuff now?
Not really. I really didn't try to qualify for elite. We wanted to qualify my regular deal I normally do, because they was paying $6,000 to win this weekend and paying $4,000 in elite. So I kind of messed that up from the start.
Oh my.
Yeah, so that's my fault. But I shouldn't have qualified to start with because there was a couple cars that didn't get down the track, and Jeremy wasn't there. So if Jeremy been there, I definitely wouldn't have qualified. So that helped out too.
Yeah. My question was, do you have to run in the elite if you qualify? Or
yes, sir.
You have to.
Yeah, but you can drop. You can drop the points back down to back half class if you want to.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
That's cool.
But that was fun. That was fun doing that race.
Yeah, because you see, that's a 4-round race, and how many of them were Fulton competitors?
Going in the first round elimination, there was 4 Fulton cars the first round. After the first round, there was 3 left. Me, Brian Tippy, Jamie Fowler, and Dwayne Silence.
I say that was cool. Like the video that we showed there on the show, you and Silence. I mean, that's, to me, y'all been at it, the top sportsman scene for a long time. It was cool to see that, because I mean, y'all go back for years, you know, the two of y'all, you know, so just neat to see y'all still getting after it for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But you know, Dwayne used to run Buck Motors, and he come when Charlie shut down. He come to me. Well, he actually come to me before Charlie shut down. So it's pretty cool having to run Dwayne with my motor in his car at the same time. That was cool. Plus, I've never beat Dwayne. This is the first time I've ever beat Dwayne. And I don't know if he was doing the other lane, like you said earlier, the squirrel, but I can't say nothing because first round I saw a squirrel and I got lucky.
Yeah, he was like the same thing as I was, so yeah.
Yeah, I was 90-something on the tree first round. Well, I'll tell you the truth, I actually let go of the button before the tree came on because that was a long tree at that point. I don't know why. When I got back on the button, I wasn't going to be red. I was going to be late. Because Allison told me, she said, this guy over here is having trouble getting on track. So I said, well, I'll probably be better off being late than I would be red. So I saved it.
Every time.
Yeah.
Well, go back to what Rusty was saying there a little bit. I mean, you sort of got to run the tail end of the IHRA and what they called the glory days, top sportsman stuff. But does PDRA, does it have the same atmosphere or feel that the IHRA used to have back in the glory days? Sort of.
Somewhat, yeah. It's about the same, yeah. It's pretty good. But I like to go on PDRA because you get to watch the pro notch cars, the real fast cars and all that stuff.
Right.
That's what I like about it. Plus, I got a lot of motors over there, too.
Yeah. Well, I think it's cool, too, with Tyler and the Franklins both being racers and knowing what you guys want as racers. And I think they give a really good experience for y'all. It seems to be that way, you know.
Yeah. Franklin's actually saved me this weekend because I broke a wheelie bar wheel first qualifying run, and they had to sit in a trailer and loan them to me.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think they do a good job. Yeah.
Yep.
Do you? I know how it feels to win a race, but do you get more satisfaction seeing the motors that you actually put together and those pro nitrous cars when they win? Which do you get the same feeling?
Hank, you should have been in the car with me at the finish line when I won the dang race. I don't even remember stopping or how I got stuck. I was so excited. Because I had not won around all year long. Brooke and Joe have. Joe's showing me up all the time, so I had to come back. I had to do something.
You done a good job. You done good. It was your day. It was your day.
Yeah, my day. Hey, right place at right time is all I got to say.
That's right.
Now, was you running your Radster this weekend as well?
Yeah, I lost first round yet.
Uh-oh.
Well, I lost first round, Brooke lost first round, and Joe lost first round, and I was the only one left in with a Corvette.
Oh, wow.
So I need to bring some money home. Because I had a blowout on the trailer coming home, so now I got to buy tires for the trailer.
He showed me a picture of it. It was a blowout, too.
Yeah. Me and Dwayne kind of did a little split in the final, so I get my tires from Dwayne, so he's going to get his money back anyway.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
That's good. Yeah.
How many different racetracks have you raced at in your career?
Oh, Lord.
20, 30?
Probably 30. I don't know.
Do you have a favorite win? Do you have a favorite win of all time?
All of them. I love all of them. They're getting few and far in between nowadays.
Yeah, and you was a 2020 top sportsman, Magnaflow, I believe it was top sportsman world champion in 2020.
Yeah.
That was the year. That was the year of the COVID.
COVID, yeah.
They didn't even have a banquet that year. I think you waited to 2021, and they had it at the first race in Virginia or something, wasn't it?
And at Galot, at a venue down the road from Galot Drag Strip.
Yep.
I got
It
you.
was pretty good though. It was fun. It was nice.
Yep. Chad, you wanna ask him the question you asked me, or you want me to ask him?
Oh, here we go. Am I gonna be at Greer Saturday?
No.
We'll ask that later. Go ahead, Chad.
They want you to tell the story.
I have him saved in my phone. I have him saved in my phone as Biggie Hall. So I want to know where the name Biggie came from.
Biggie Hall. You remember back when I first started running Top Sportsman with the small block in the car?
I do.
A bunch of Cindy Dobbins, a bunch of my other people, a bunch of my friends they called me Biggie because I was running a small block against all them big blocks in Top Sportsman. And
Okay.
I was qualifying good with them boys back in the IHR days. So we was up in the bleacher one day and they kept talking about somebody and they talking about Biggie. And I was like, who is Biggie? They all looked at me and said, you. So that's how I got the name Biggie. I was a small block days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Small block with a Lenco, right?
And a clutch.
Yep.
And a clutch.
I still got the clutch in the matter of fact.
And how fast did it run?
I run it really hard. 17,
Yeah.
18, 17, 20s, 18, 19.
Yeah. Okay. And does Fulton competition do y'all hold the world record as the fastest nitrous car?
I think so. We do. Yeah.
Okay. Now you should know you worked there.
I know, but I don't keep up with all that record stuff. I just build the motor. I just build the motor and keep them going. You know how much I work, Hank.
Yeah, we had Jessica Spears on here earlier, and I've known Stacy a long time, and I know for a fact he puts in at least 70 to 80 hours a week work, because he works 40 hours plus at Fulton's, and then he goes home and he'll work. If you call him at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, most time he's out in the shop. So I mean, so far as your wins, you deserve every bit of them for what you put into it. I mean, when you get home in the afternoon, you don't kick your shoes off and call it a day. I mean, it's right back going at it. I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I don't know how a man can go and go and go, and he never slows down. Never.
Well, I got the night off because it was Joe's birthday. So everybody tell Joe happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday, Joe. Yep. You see the cheek mag that says Stacy is the man. Well, you are the man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But as far as working at Fulton competition, you started when you was how old?
I met Gene when I was 3 years old. I've been there my whole life. Everybody thinks Gene's a butthole and all that stuff. He is in a way. But the older I get, the more I deal with people, I realize why he is the way he is. But that man has taught me a lot.
Yeah. Nice. If you go in the shop up there at Fulton's, you don't see CNC machines. You don't see state of the art machinery. It's still done a lot by hand. It's still done by knowledge, and they some secrets. That's how they get. That's how y'all get what y'all. That's the performance y'all got on people because of experience. Because between you, Gene Fulton's, Tommy Hall, and David, you probably 150 to 200 years of
experience.
Yeah. I guess right. That way. Dang.
He's like, golly.
Yeah.
You making me sound really old.
Yeah. A lot of times he'll tell me at lunchtime, he's like, I gotta go back to the nursing home. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well,
I just tell that.
One of the earliest memories I have of Stacy's, that old Datsun, and motor was always for sale in the car. Him and Tommy had to, and Larry Wright, I'd sit there in the stands. Yeah, I'd sit there in the stands, and yeah, Stacy, I'm telling you how old you are. So
Oh
I'd be
Lord.
his kid sitting in the stands, and which you probably was barely driving then, as far as the Datsun, but he would always, that motor was always for sale. You could buy it right then, you know. But that was my earliest memory, I guess, of Stacy, probably.
Speaking of the Datsun, that car is sitting right up the road here from at my daddy's house right now, painted the same way it was back then, and still has engine for sale on the hood scoop right now.
I was gonna say we had this Bo Sims the other week, and he had 790 letters made. I said, well, that's about like that Datsun. It needed to for sale on the side of the hood scoop, you know.
Go ahead, Stacy. Tell them who your first win in that Datsun. Who did you beat that Saturday night at Greer?
Some bald-headed guy in a dang Camaro. I don't know who he was. Do y'all know?
I believe. Oh, Gotten in Paris, baby.
Yep. First place ever won. That man right there.
That's all right. That's cool.
Hank asked you what your most memorable win is. I wanna ask, what is the biggest payout money race you've ever won? Now, because I know somebody used to get hired to come drive some grudge stuff. What can you tell any stories on that?
Oh, back when I used to grudge race cars, 60,000 one run. 60,000 for one run at VMP, Virginia.
Wow.
One run. But the bad part about that race was the weekend before that race, I was at Norwalk, Ohio, and I did not qualify. I had problems with the car. I come home, went to Shadyside on Thursday night, made 13 attempts, did not get the car fixed. Went back on Friday, made 7 or 8 more attempts, finally got the car fixed, come home, loaded up, and I had stuff duct taped to the car, ignition boxes, stuff I was trying to get the car fixed. Come home, filled bottles, got gas, and drove Virginia and won $60,000 on it Saturday.
God almighty.
Hey, I don't know if we can do this on this show because it's a family show. Can you tell a story about the time when you was at you grudge race and they had to they escorted you out of the track? You remember that?
Where was we at? We was at Capitol Raceway, I think it was. And the guy that I was running in the final was actually Burt Jackson. He's the guy that got killed in a pro stock car at Rockingham. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
He was driving the other car. His crew guys got upset, I was in the car strapped in. They got saying some stuff they didn't need to be saying, so we did not race. We loaded up and got escorted by a cop out of there. Told us to go home. I'm having some of the story there. So there's some words in there you don't want to hear.
Golly.
But didn't they tell you once they got you out of the track, they said, listen,
keep going. Keep riding.
As far as we go with you, you're on your own, and don't stop for nothing, and don't look back, and don't never come back.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That car, your Corvette, I know Tommy Mooney built it, but I know you was part of the build because you went over at night after working. Was it built just for top sportsmen, or was that actually a pro mod car?
It's actually, when it was built, a pro mod car, what they had then, you know what I mean? But pro mod cars have changed compared to what that car is now. Yeah. But 2 years ago, when I put the bigger motor in the car and I was having all the problems, couldn't get down the track, tearing up drive shaft, transmission, about hitting the wall, doing this, we actually took the car back down to the bare frame, and Tommy redone the full-length bars on the car, and I don't think I've aborted a run since then.
That car is like that car and the car Ronnie Hood are basically about the same, or were back then.
The one Tim's got?
Yeah.
Yeah, they pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Mine's a 03. I don't remember what Tim's is. I think it was 4, around the same time. It might be older. I don't know.
but it basically could have run Pro Mod at the time for sure.
Well, it was a Pro Mod. Hood run Pro Mod back with that car back in the day. Remember, it was painted, had the grizzly bear paint on the side of it.
Yeah, that old the Quick 8 stuff and yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
it's still a good car. Money builds a good car. To be that
it's
old.
a winning car because you just proved that. You know, everybody saw that this past Saturday, so it's a winning car. Tell us how we kind of know how you got involved, but tell us how you got involved in drag racing. What?
I guess the way I got involved with Tommy Hall, my daddy, him and Gene started the shop back in '76, and then Tommy and my mama got hooked up together, and I'm this little kid running around, and all I want to do is be at that shop like I am now, 50-something years later. But that's what I say. Gene and Tommy and all them boys at the shop, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for my wife sitting on the couch right now, I don't know where I'd be either. I'd be lost.
Yeah. That was gonna be one of my questions I asked you. To me, you and Allison worked so good together over the years, like far as at the racetrack, and you kind of touched on that. But talk to us a little bit about what she means to, well, obviously to you, but you're racing as well.
Well, if it wasn't for her, I don't know if I could do this without her. She keeps this circus going, keeps this circus together, she takes care of the motorhome, ready to go, all this stuff. All I gotta do is keep these cars going. But see, several years ago, before Brooks started racing and Joe come around, it's pretty much one car. So now I'm having to keep up 4.
Right.
It's turned into a major job. Plus, we got three babies.
That's right.
Hey, you got the grandkids in there too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a circus when we get there. And we got a lot of help. These people at the racetrack try to help us out and watch kids as we run in, and it just works out. I mean, we got some good people behind us. I mean, Spud, Jeremy, Will, Brad, all them, they help us. We all help each other. We part together, we hang together, but they didn't go this weekend, so it was a little different for us.
Right.
Also, your father-in-law,
Mr. Flint.
Mr. Flint. Yeah, I mean, he's been a drag racer. He's been a super stock racer for a long, long time, which is that's Allison's dad. So
yeah,
you kind of like keep his engines going too. I guess is what I'm.
Well, I keep his going, yours too, by the way. Jimmy's been racing longer than I have, a lot longer than I have, but they got them little high winding little small block motors, and you got to make sure that motor stays together, which he's got one hurt right now. I've got to fix, but we'll take care of it. Keep on rolling. But as far as the Flints, I couldn't do it without them. They took me in like their own son. And Mama Flint taught me something years ago. We was at a race somewhere. I don't remember where we was at. But, everybody gets jacked up when they're in the car and get excited and all that stuff. And Mama Flint came over one day. She said, I want you to do this for me. I said, what's that? She said, before you stage, take you a deep breath. That has stuck for me for years. And before the final round at Bud's Creek this weekend, y'all pay attention to the video. I stopped for a second, and I took 3 deep breaths before I staged that car.
That's cool. Yeah.
What impresses me is I've been watching on Flow Racing and YouTube and all this stuff, and it's just you and Allison. There's not 10 people around the car. There's not 2 people just in the wheelie bars and 4 people lining you up. I mean, it's just you and her, and that's it. As far as start line is you and her.
Yeah, it's gonna stay like that. The day she decides she don't want to do this stuff no more, the day I quit. I don't want no big crew. I don't want a whole bunch of people up for me. I want me and her to do this. That Corvette is mine and her car. That is mine and her thing. That's what we love to do together, and that's what we're going to do together.
Yeah. You've told me before that she enjoys this more than you do. She if you mention racing, she's like, let's go. Let's roll. So you don't got to ask her to go to the racetrack. She's waiting on you to go to the racetrack.
No, she loves that stuff. She loves it.
And you can see that. I mean, that's why I asked you that, because y'all work so well together, and it's like you can tell, like she might be the CEO of this whole operation, I believe.
She is. You said that right. She is.
Oh,
She's got it under control. She knows what's going on.
I know the answer to this, but you've been successful, door car, dragster, both sides. So my question is, door car or dragster? I know the answer, but
Door car. Door car's more fun.
right.
I mean, I mean, dragster's a dragster. I mean, I love a dragster. It's a fun race. But that door car, it just picks that front end up, and it feels like you're running twice as fast than you do in a dragster, but you're running the same thing.
Right. I got you.
Do you? We know Fulton competition. You know, they were famous for two things. They were famous for fast nitrous cars, but they're real. Gene was famous for these small blocks, these high winding small blocks, and I know that y'all build a lot of gasser motors. I'm gonna put you on the spot because I know you're gonna make some people mad, but would you rather build a 900 cubic inch motor, or you'd rather build a 300 cubic inch gasser motor?
959 all day long.
Yeah.
Them gasser motors are 3 times the work.
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
And smaller.
Yeah.
And if they don't run, they're mad.
Well, I mean, that's the way a racer is. You know, as long as it's going his way, you know, we all fine. But you let something go wrong, and then it's the engine builder's fault. You know,
Yep.
It ain't because we turned it 12,000 RPM in the water box. You know, it's your fault. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I told a guy a couple of weeks ago. He was a little upset with me and everything about his motor. And I said, all you guys always blaming the engine builder when you got a converter problem.
Yeah. Stacy told me that little story, and it went a little different than the way he just told it. And when he got through telling it, I was like, you know who you sound like? He said, who? I said, you sound just like Gene Fulton. He's like, no, I didn't. Then he went back to the shop, and he's like, you know what? I sound just like Gene Fulton. That's exactly what he'd acted. So yeah, I think he called him and he told him that he pulled the Gene Fulton on somebody. So.
Yeah, I did. Gene was out of town, and then I called him, told him. He said, "What'd you do that for?" He said, "What'd you do that for?"
Chad, what you got for him?
I've pretty much asked all my questions. I'm out. Have you ever drove? I guess one thing I don't want to do talk in circles here. I mean, have you ever drove your pa-in-law's car, the Super Stocker? Have you made passes in it?
Yeah, I raced at the Greer one year a couple of years ago.
Okay,
I remember that. Yeah,
I know. Josh, he just sort of fell in there like a glove. I mean, it's just like natural for him to shift gears in that thing, ain't it?
Josh is a machine in that thing.
Yeah.
I got a super stock car we're working on right now. John Bartunic bought Jerry Jennings' old car, and we took it completely apart and redoing it. I'm supposed to be driving it soon as we get it dang done. But I'm kind of nervous because I don't want to pull it beside Josh.
Yeah, because then you got to hear it. If he beats you, you got to hear it at the dinner table, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So yeah. Yeah, you need to keep putting him off. Yeah.
Stacey, you've talked about different ones you want to thank and all, but is there anybody else you want to mention before we get off here?
Just the shop, Gene, Tommy, and David, and we got Clay Hare back at the shop now. Did y'all know that?
No, okay. I didn't.
Yeah, we sure do. He took a 30-year detour and come back. My wife, my daughter Brooke, Joe, 3 grandkids, Lakin, Josie, and Ayla, Treyana, my daughter, my daddy, and Jimmy Flint, Mo Hall gave me a little sponsorship money this year. Jack Ford did too. Maximus Oil gave me some help on oil this year. That's about it. And Jeremy Creasman and all them boys up there, and John and Tim West and all them, they helped me out through the years in different situations, you know. And of course, Hank talking to me at lunchtime when I need counseling. Plus, old James Edward, he's on board with us now at lunchtime. He started lunch with us last year, 2 years. I don't know how long he's been coming.
Yep.
Well,
we peach blossoms. We peach blossom.
4.
Yeah, that's us. Yeah.
They can live off us.
If I could break away from work, I'd come over there and eat beans at the Peach Blossom. But I mean, I've got 30 minutes. But on the other hand, half time I'm having to work through lunch anyway. But I'd come over there and join you if I could.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have a good time. Yeah.
Stacey, I know that Travis and Shelly's a big in your corner too.
Oh yeah, they are definitely. I love Travis Shelley to death. They help me out on the dragsters. I know y'all Maddox is right here in my backyard, but Travis and Shelley's been family for years, so y'all understand the deal there. I don't know what I'd do without them as far as the dragster side of the situation. They good people though.
Yep. No, he does a good job. They do a really good job. So
yeah, he's pretty busy right now too. Matter of fact, get to see him here next month. They go on vacation with us every year down to Myrtle Beach, Ocean Lakes down there. So we get to hang out for a week and
that's right.
Talk bull crap and have fun, do whatever, hang out, go eat, and go to the beach.
I got you.
Where's your next race at?
As far as PDRA?
Yeah.
I guess next one I go to will be at Bristol, and whenever it comes up. I'm not going to Martin, Michigan. That's too far.
Yeah. And you're not going to come try to get Gene's $250 back Saturday?
Hey, he thought he was going to get out of that. Look.
That's right. He baited you up with that next race stuff there, yeah.
I don't know if I'll make this Saturday, but I'm definitely going to try to make the next one.
Oh.
I'm sure, yeah. That way you try to get Gene's money back because, he's going to go broke if you don't help him out.
He don't even know I'm spending his money.
Guess what? He does now.
I just go to Kay and say, Kay, write me a check.
There you go. I walked in the shop yesterday, and Gene's like, "We got us a winner," and I'm like, "Man, you've had a winner. You just ain't paying no attention."
Yeah. Speaking of that, I called Gene Saturday night after I won the race, and I said, "I won." He said, "Won what?" I said, "The race." Then I told him I won a league class. He said, "You qualified for that?" I said, "Yeah." And I told him I had to run Jamie Fowler second round, which was another one of my motors. And I beat him. Then I told him I had to run Dwayne in the finals. He's like, "Really?" Well, he didn't say really. He said the S word, if you know what I mean.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they wanted to see the video today at the shop, so I had to pull it up on TV and show them. They liked it pretty good.
So, on the TV that Gene ain't seen in the last 6 months.
Hey, he seen it today for the first time and didn't even say nothing about it.
Stacy went and bought a TV while Gene was gone somewhere and hung it up right there in the shop. And seriously, today, and that was the first of the season.
Yeah, it's been three months ago.
Because he showed it to him.
He don't care. He ain't gonna say nothing to me.
No, he's not. He better not. Yeah, because he can't build no 989 by himself. I promise you.
No.
He probably can't build a 289, much less a 989. Yeah.
Does he fly them ultralights?
Yeah, he was flying early. He just lives right over here. I can see him in the backyard when I'm out here in the yard.
Oh yeah, tonight's Wednesday night. That's where they eat and fly and parachute and everything else on Wednesday night. So yeah, he'll buzz Stacy's house every now and then.
Yeah, every Wednesday night they have what they call the man cave party.
Yeah.
They cook food and eat and go fly planes or whatever they want to do, or hang out and tell lies.
Yeah. Or build some kind of project.
Yeah, work on something. Build another car, build another plane, something. Who knows?
I'm sure you can probably fly. You've probably flown an ultralight, if I had to guess.
I have not flown it from the front seat. I've flown it from the back seat. The problem I have is on the ground. It's hard to drive on the ground. That is a tricycle with a big old wheel coming off of it. It wants to turn over.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, me.
Well, Stacy. Now, I was just gonna tell you.
How about tell that one more story about you and Gene and where y'all went up there? Was it on 74 when it wasn't finished? And you got up in a kite?
Oh, parasailing?
Yeah, that's it.
When I got clotheslined by the power lines?
Yeah, yeah.
You bringing some old stuff there, boy.
Yeah. How old was you? 14?
I was 14 years old. Y'all know where the question center is? Chad should.
Yeah.
Chad probably wouldn't even. How old are you, Chad?
50.
50?
I'm 50.
Yeah.
You were probably alive. Well, you remember when they were building 74 up there, the interstate?
I do. So that's the way I go to Shady Side now. Before, I used to have to take 2-lane roads to Forest City. Then 74 was finished from Forest City on to Shelby. So we used to have to wind through the country to get to Forest City. But, yeah, I remember when they was building it. I rode motorcycles and stuff on it whenever they were still under construction.
Yeah. But anyway, Gene used to go by parasailing behind Gene's truck with his old military chute that he still has. It's hanging up in the shop right now. Gene said one day, he said, I found us a new place to go parasailing. They're building a road up here, and we can go for miles. And he got us a new rope, longer rope. Now, I've done this before. And I said, I'm going first. We got a new rope, and we can go farther. So we get up there, get the parachute out, all that stuff, get the rope hooked up. I get strapped in the harness. You got to get people behind you to kind of hold the parachute up until you get going. Gene's in the truck. He starts driving off, and you got to run. Then all of a sudden, you just go off the ground, like you do at the beach in a boat, but you're running off the ground. Well, anyway, I'm up in the air, and we riding down through there, going back and forth. I'm going around curves, and I had to stay behind the truck, pulling on risers and stuff like that. And I have to look down, the rope hooked right there at my belt, pretty much, and it went straight toward the truck. Well, the rope started bending. And I was like, why is the rope bending? And I looked, I was in power lines. I screamed at the top of my lungs, power lines. Next thing I know, the power lines are coming up toward me, and they went up me, and then they got the parachute and collapsed parachute, and I fell about 100 feet. And now y'all know why I am messed up in the head.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Stacey,
I don't know if y'all know Jeremy Clements or not, but he's a little bit younger than I was, and he was up there with us at the time, and he wanted when I hit the ground, it knocked me out. I had blood come out my nose, out my ears. Gene put me in the truck, said, don't you tell your mama. But anyway, we'll go back to where we was at, and got Jeremy Clements in there. Well, Jeremy Clements is up in the air, and like I said, we had to go around curves, so you had to pull the risers to keep the parachute behind the truck. Well, Jeremy couldn't reach the risers. Well, he ended over to the right, over an embankment. We had to stop because we were fixing to fly into the side of a mountain. Well, him and the parachute went completely out of sight over this embankment, and we've got our truck went over. He's upside down in a tree, screaming top of his head.
Oh, mate. Oh, man, appreciate you coming on tonight, and congratulations on your win. Like I said, you've done well for so long over the years, been real successful, and just appreciate you being on with us tonight.
I appreciate y'all having me. You're doing a good job on the show too, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yep.
We'll see you. Since you dipping out on a Saturday at Greer, I guess we'll see you the next one. Is that right? Can we pencil you in?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and be there.
We'll pencil
Well, we'll
you
see.
in. But we
See you, bud.
appreciate you taking your time for us tonight, because I know you play a big part over there at Fulton Competition, and I know them guys over there appreciate it. I know, Gene don't tell you, but I guarantee you he appreciates it. He brags on you when you ain't around. That's for sure.
I know how he is. I've been around him my whole life.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna say that to you, thanks.
Appreciate you taking your time, because I know how hard a worker you are. But we do appreciate your time.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you,
All
buddy.
right.
Take care.
See y'all.
See you.
Bye.
Well, that was a good one for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more stories there we could get out of it, but we done been on here.
I was gonna say I didn't want to.
He's got some stories. Yeah.
I didn't want to keep going because I was like, we could go the whole night,
Oh yeah, we could keep going with them stories. He's told me some, these people run this no grudge stuff now, and they advertise all that stuff and talk about it. And back then, they didn't talk,
No,
that was kind of hush hush. But he's been in some places. It's sketchy.
I was thinking when you said how many tracks has he been to, I wanted to say, is there places that they called racetracks that really
Right,
wasn't
especially on that grudge stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's done it all. He is the face of Fulton Competition. That's for sure.
For sure.
Speaking of grudge stuff, Hank, hit up tomorrow night at Greer. What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? I'm glad you said that, Chad. We got an 8-car shootout tomorrow night at Greer Dragway. I don't know what the purse is, but I know it's something. The 8-car shootout is they're a whole lot faster than the 864 list cars, because some of them are race cars, but they just have to run that small tire. But yeah, we looking at I ain't probably supposed to say it, but they 450s, they some 450s, 460 cars, maybe faster than that, probably over there tomorrow night. So if you're looking for something, all y'all out there watching tonight, come on over to the Greer Dragway tomorrow evening. I mean, that 8-car shootout is that's the ticket for. I mean, $15 to get in. You can't beat that.
Now, when did they make their first hit?
I was reading on Facebook. I think Alicia posted that they got a chip draw. They do a chip draw. They do a chip draw at 6:45, I believe, and then I think the first run is 7 o'clock. They'll probably do 7, 8, and 9. Is what they try to do. So yeah, and they'll have a chip draw after each round. So yeah, I don't know if they let them have a hit before that or not. Probably not. It's probably an 8-car shootout off the trailer.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're fast. I mean, it's still no time, but they fast.
Right. That'd be pretty cool to do. You got that?
I meant to bring that up, and I had forgot about it.
So you got that tomorrow night. You got obviously we talked about the 10K earlier. This Saturday, I know Shady Side has a points race as well this Saturday.
Yes.
I think Union does too. Don't
Union's got a points race too.
Okay.
So,
Union does too. Then.
I don't know what our shows has got. Do you know?
I think they're off. I don't believe they're running this week. So
we $10,000. Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody's going to take home. Somebody's going to take home $10,000 in a big old trailer check.
That's right.
Yeah. Plus we got the what do you call it? The
quick 16.
Quick 16 and the bad 16.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So, the no box. Yep.
We got all kind of. I mean, we got. That's a good show. I know it's going to be a little warm. I just hope I hope it don't get so warm that it sucks that water out of the clouds. You know.
That's right.
It's every day. you're gonna get rain. So yeah. So yes, sir.
Well, y'all don't forget about, again, we talked about the extra cash that the show, and then as John Boy's helping out with on the reaction time, and then the stickers for the juniors. Just don't forget about that. And then obviously, I think Chad on his post, you can buy stickers even if you're not juniors, you can still get stickers from us, but they're just not going to give money to you, for winning.
That's right.
But yeah,
you also got t-shirts. You still got t-shirts for sale too, right?
Yeah, and I was gonna say, just reach out on message through, I guess, Facebook or whatever, and Tom will get back with you on that, because I really don't know what sizes are left on shirts, but I know he was getting low on the stickers. So, but just reach out to him and tell him what you want, how many, and all that. And we'll go from there. But appreciate y'all sitting in tonight for sure. That was a good show.
Yeah.
Good time. But I guess
appreciate y'all asking me to do this.
Yeah, thanks. Well,
we miss old Tom, though. We miss Tom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's got a few things going on in the background. He just don't want to say. So, well, I'm sure he'll be back going strong after next week. So,
well, me and Hank will be on the lookout for our paychecks. So.
They're bouncing down the road. The checks are.
Yeah.
Well,
put me down for 10 dependents where it won't hit me so hard with taxes.
That's right. Your net, well, gonna be a lot bigger than the gross.
Yeah.
So, all right. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, we'll see everybody Saturday, if not tomorrow night.
That's right. Come on out, Beer Dragway tomorrow night for our test and tune and 8-car shootout. Tell them Top Fuel Hank sent you.
That's right. See you guys. Thank y'all.
All right, see you.
See you.
See you, Chad.
Are you looking to add a deck on? Needing a new roof? Wanting to upgrade a kitchen or even start from scratch? Timmy Ramey has many years of experience in the business. Honest, hardworking, and fair is what you'll get. Give Timmy Ramey Builders a call for your next project. You can call Timmy Ramey Builders at 864-918-3439.
Got dull or flaky paint on your car? Don't stress. Brandon carries Hitman Paint and Body in Pendleton, South Carolina, can fix it all. From minor touch-ups to major repairs, he knows how to make your vehicle look brand new again. Using quality materials and paying attention to detail, he ensures you're happy with the results.